think you know Thomas Edison, the guy who invented the light bulb and changed the world? The history books left out the darkest parts. This isn't just a story about a genius. It's about a ruthless businessman who used death as a marketing tool. From public executions to a secret electric car company he tried to build 100 years ago, this is the real story of the man who electrified America and the insane secrets he tried to hide. To understand how insane Edison's vision was, you have to imagine his world. A world with no light switches. When the sun went down, cities were pitch black, dangerous, and lit by gross, hissing gas lamps. The risk of your house burning down was just a normal part of life. This world was desperate for a change. Since he was a kid, Thomas Edison was obsessed with challenges. He wasn't some boring scientist. He was an inventor who saw a world full of things he could make better. He didn't just want to invent one light bulb. He wanted to build an entire system to power the whole world. He imagined a future where electricity was pumped into your house just like water. So in 1876, he did something that had never been done before. He created the world's first industrial research lab. This wasn't a workshop, it was an invention factory, with a huge staff inventing things 24/7 under Edison's command. His goal was crazy: build everything needed to deliver electricity to entire cities. He famously said genius was 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration, and he made his team live it. To invent the light bulb, they tested thousands of different materials. On New Year's Eve, 1879, they finally did it. Edison held a public event, lighting up his entire lab. It completely blew everyone's minds. Later, they invented a version that could last for an incredible 1,200 hours. But the bulb was just step one. To sell the bulb, he had to sell the electricity. So in 1882, he launched the Edison Illuminating Company. His team built everything: the generators, the switches, the fuses, you name it. It all led to one massive moment on September 4th, 1882 in New York City. With giant investors like J.P. Morgan watching, he flipped a switch. Instantly, 400 lamps in 82 different buildings lit up. Edison's DC power was alive. The electric age had begun. With his first power station being a huge success, orders for Edison's DC power exploded across America. He was on top of the world, but he had no idea a new challenger was about to enter the ring. His name was Nikola Tesla, a super genius who actually worked for Edison. But they had a massive fight after Edison refused to pay Tesla a huge bonus he was promised for fixing his motors. After quitting, Tesla started pushing a different kind of electricity, alternating current, or AC. Unlike Edison's DC, which could only travel a short distance, AC could be sent for hundreds of miles, making it way better. Tesla teamed up with a rich guy named George Westinghouse, who knew AC was the future. Westinghouse bought all of Tesla's patents, and this was the beginning of the War of the Currents. This wasn't just business, it was personal. Edison had bet everything on DC, and he saw AC as a threat he had to destroy. So he launched a vicious smear campaign, telling everyone that AC was deadly. But he didn't just use words. In a series of terrifying stunts, Edison's friends used AC electricity to publicly electrocute stray dogs, cats, and even horses. The goal was to make people hear the name Westinghouse and think of death. But the campaign got even more twisted with the invention of the electric chair. The government was looking for a new way to execute people, and Edison saw a sick opportunity. Even though he said he was against the death penalty, his team pushed hard for them to use AC power, calling it the Westinghouse current to make it sound extra deadly. Westinghouse was horrified and even paid for the first man's legal appeals, but it didn't work. On August 6, 1890, a man was executed in a horrible, failed procedure using AC power. Edison had literally weaponized death to win a corporate war. Edison was in a war for electricity, and we're in a war with the YouTube algorithm. So if you're enjoying this video, hit that subscribe button. It literally takes 1 second, it's free, and it helps us bring you more insane stories like this one. Even with Edison's brutal tactics, you can't stop better technology. The knockout punch in the War of the Currents came at the 1893 Chicago World's Fair. It was the final showdown. Both Edison and Westinghouse bid to light the entire fair. Westinghouse and Tesla won. That year, they lit up the fair with hundreds of thousands of light bulbs, all running on their AC system. It was a massive win, proving to millions of people that AC was safe and powerful. The final nail in the coffin was the project to get power from Niagara Falls. Westinghouse won that contract too. The war was over. AC won. Edison was basically kicked out of the electric industry he created. His own company, Edison General Electric, merged with another company and dropped his name, becoming just General Electric. But as that dream died, another one was starting. Edison had a new obsession: electric cars. You heard me right. We think of EVs as a new thing, but back in the year 1900, they made up 28% of the entire car market. They were a huge deal. Their biggest problem was the batteries. They were terrible. So Edison decided to invent a better one. After thousands of experiments, his lab created a new nickel iron battery. It was so durable and long-lasting that some of these original batteries from over 100 years ago still work today. Edison saw his chance. He even became friends with a rising star in the car world named Henry Ford. Around 1914, these two legends announced they were teaming up to build a cheap electric car for everybody, powered by Edison's insane new battery. It was a vision for a clean electric future, backed by two of the biggest names on Earth. But it never happened. Ford's gas-powered Model T was already a smash hit. It was super cheap and gas stations were popping up everywhere. The Ford-Edison EV project was just canceled. The gas engine won, and Edison's dream of an electric car for everyone was forgotten for almost 100 years. So Thomas Edison's story is wild. He was an absolute genius. He didn't just give us a light bulb, he basically created the entire blueprint for our modern world. His Invention Factory is still the model for how huge companies invent things today. But he was also a deeply flawed person. His ruthless smear campaign, where he electrocuted animals and helped invent the electric chair just to crush a rival, shows a win-at-all-costs attitude that history completely forgets. He was a genius who was beaten by a better technology that he tried to destroy. And the ultimate irony? We live in a world powered by AC current, created by his rival Nikola Tesla, and the electric car future Edison dreamed of is finally happening right now. Thomas Edison's story proves one thing: progress isn't a straight line, and even the brightest geniuses can end up on the wrong side of history. If this surprised you, comment your thoughts, like the video, share it, and subscribe for more insane true stories like this.